What if the next humans to walk on the moon aren't decided by science alone, but by a high-stakes race between billion-dollar giants? Because this time, it's not just about going back, it's about who gets there first and who stays. After the success of SpaceX's Artemis II, everything has changed. The mission proved we can return to deep space, but Artemis III? That's where things get risky, competitive, and history-defining. With Artemis II complete, NASA isn't slowing down. Behind the scenes, engineers are already preparing the next launch. The massive Starship rocket is being assembled. The Orion is nearly ready. On paper, everything looks perfect. But there's one critical piece missing: a way to land on the moon. And this is where the mission becomes unpredictable. Because NASA isn't building the lander alone anymore. Back in 2021, NASA made a bold decision. They handed the lunar lander contract to SpaceX. Their idea? Transform the gigantic Starship into a moon lander. At the time, Starship barely worked. Explosions were common, landings were rare, but progress? Relentless. Each test pushed the limits of what rockets can do. Still, there was a problem. It wasn't moving fast enough, so NASA made another move. In 2023, they brought in a second competitor, Blue Origin. Backed by Jeff Bezos, they introduced their own system, the Blue Moon, launched by the powerful Falcon Heavy. Now suddenly, this wasn't just a mission, it was a race. 2 companies, 2 technologies, 1 goal: land humans on the moon. Originally, Artemis III was simple: fly to the moon and land. But NASA realized something important. That plan was too risky, so they changed everything. Instead of rushing to the moon, Artemis III will stay closer to Earth. Why? To test the landers first. Before astronauts risk their lives millions of kilometers away, they'll practice in Earth orbit. Think of it like a dress rehearsal for one of the most dangerous missions ever attempted. Here's where things get insane. Before astronauts even launch, multiple rockets will already be in space. Both Starship and Blue Moon will be waiting in orbit, but they won't be ready yet because they need fuel, and not just a little, a lot. So each company must prove something humanity has never done before: refueling a spacecraft in orbit. SpaceX plans to launch a tanker version of Starship. Blue Origin will send a dedicated fuel transport vehicle. If either one fails, the entire mission could collapse. But if they succeed, it unlocks a completely new era of space travel. Now finally, the crew launches aboard Orion, but instead of heading to the moon, they rendezvous with the lander, docking in space, transferring inside, testing every system: life support, navigation, communication. They'll even test next-generation lunar suits designed for real moonwalking. This is where problems are meant to happen, because finding them here means survival later. If Artemis III succeeds, the next step is clear: an uncrewed moon landing. Then finally, humans return to the lunar surface. But this time, it's not just a visit, it's the beginning of something permanent. Because while America prepares, another nation is watching closely. They're building their own moon base, and they're moving fast. So now the question isn't if we'll return to the moon, it's this: when humanity builds its first permanent home beyond Earth, who will control it? And what kind of future will they create?